Hey guys, what is going on? Robrigo here with the noobs, and today I'm going to be talking you through how to play the Snipers Only Moshpit playlist, some of the restrictions of the game mode, and our top tips for coming out of a match with a good score. So stay tuned for all you need to know. Okay, just before I get into it, if you enjoy the content, clicking that subscribe button really helps us as a new channel. So the Snipers Only Moshpit dropped yesterday on the 21st of January, and as you can probably guess, it's a moshpit of game modes where you can only use snipers. The first thing to call out here is that this game mode is not quite like Gunfight, whereby you will automatically be assigned a loadout, in this case snipers. What actually happens when you load into a game is that all of your usual classes will be available to select, but you'll see a red warning message over anything that isn't a sniper. So before diving straight into a match, you'll want to create yourself a good class so you don't have to quickly do it while enemies are killing you once you've spawned. You will also see this red warning icon appear in Create a Class when you're queuing for a match in this moshpit, so it's clear that what you can and can't use when the game starts. You can actually weirdly select a normal class once the game has started, i.e. a class with a machine gun, but you'll be left with just your fists to fight with. Another point with this game mode is that when they say snipers only, they pretty much mean that, but with a few exceptions. So clearly we can't use other primary weapons or even pistols, but we also can't use things like grenades or tacticals like flashbangs. One thing you can use, however, is the field upgrade, and so you can be a little bit more creative in your loadout than purely using one of the three snipers. The proximity mine is a particularly useful one, and I'll come on to how you can use that along with a key tactic to succeeding in this game mode. The gas grenade can also be used, so that's another viable option to throw your enemies off for long enough to get that kill shot with your sniper. It's worth noting here that kill streaks are still active in this mode as well, so you will see the odd chopper gunner flying around, and so perhaps using the SAM anti-aircraft rockets could really help here too. A key tip for this game mode is that you can use the wildcard Lawbreaker, which allows you to carry two primary weapons. Using this will allow you to equip a sniper like the Tundra for those long scope moments, but with the Tundra or another sniper like the Pellington being bolt action, it's going to become a bit of a problem if you find yourself face to face with an enemy. With this in mind, we would recommend that you have these two primary weapons, the first of those being either the Tundra or the Pellington, and then have the M82 sniper as your secondary weapon. The M82 is not a bolt-action rifle and can fire multiple shots off in a single fire mechanism within a few seconds, and we found that in those closer quarter situations that this was often the difference between the lottery of who killed who. Another thing to bear in mind for this game mode is that using melee is really valuable. You are going to find yourself, as we mentioned, face to face a lot with enemies. And while your enemy is panicking trying to reload their bolt-action sniper, a swift couple of melees is often better than trying to get the shot while they are jumping and bouncing around all over the place. Another useful tip for this mode is to own your angles. Call of Duty games have always been about the fun of rushing in and taking on enemies face to face, often spraying them with your submachine gun, but you need to be a little bit more tactical in these mosh pits. We're not saying to camp in the corner of the map, but just be a little bit more aware of your corners and angles to make sure you're in the best position and that no one can flank you. This is where the proximity mine comes in really useful, basically covering you from that perspective. The last tip we have is to make sure you try and play the objective. It's very easy on a snipers only moshpit to get caught up in trying to scope an enemy from the other side of the map, particularly in settings like Satellite. But working together as a team and trying to win the match by capturing the different sites is equally as important. It's not always going to be a team deathmatch. Let us know in the comments if you'll be diving into this snipers only moshpit, and if you've got any good tips for other players in this mode which we haven't already covered, let us know and we'll pin the comments to the top of the chat to help others too. Take care guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.